Hello YouTubers, what is up? My name is Lo, and this is my Graydle deck profile. It's been a lot of fun playing with this deck. I don't know which set it comes out in. I think it's the next one, but and I don't know what the name of it either, so that shows how uninformed I am. But this deck has been a lot of fun to play around with, and playing around with it is actually I don't know, maybe just for me, you feel kind of evil when you're playing it because you keep the main goal of these monsters right here is to take control of your opponent's monsters. Um, and the way I see it is, if you look at Impact, they're slime things coming out of a UFO and taking form. And if you look at the card art of these guys, you can see that the slimes are taking over the physical form. So it's like you're infecting them with the slime and you're taking them. And I really like some of the artwork for these cards, like Graydle Split. Graydle Parasite, kind of, but not really. I mean, that just looks very strange to me. If they'd maybe used the eagle would have looked cool. But no, they had to use the alligator. What's funny is the alligator is one of my favorites, but not in that. Like, okay, you see him here? You see him here, the eyes. Anyways, this is my deck list. I'm running a triple of all the Graydle monsters. 2 Tetra. This card is actually really cool in this deck because I was playing around with some of the other Aqua Actress monsters too. But with him, you could just search for this, which boosts up the attack of all Aqua monsters by 300, and him by 600 for each one. And if they're destroyed, you can special summon any Aqua monster in your graveyard, which is really good support for this deck. And running 2 of them allows you to search it out, which is just great. And I'm playing 1 global just because it's a level 1 tuner, and also because it has allowed me to do other things in the past with it. It's just really cool. I like running it. 2 Moray of Greed, because you're running a lot of Aqua monsters, and sometimes it'll be kind of dead in your hand, like if you have 2 of these guys. Sometimes it'll be dead in your hand. It's just nice to have this. I've used it a lot, actually. 2 Upstart Goblin, just for the draw power. We have 1 Foolish Burial for that Glow Bulb, or for him. 1 Night Beam, 2 Salvage, 3 MST, 3 Graydle Impact. This card is great because you can target any other Graydle card you control and 1 card your opponent controls and destroy both of them, so it's kind of like a spell version of Scrap Dragon. And during the end phase, if you didn't use the previous effect, you can search out any Graydle card that you have in your deck and add it to your hand, which is really good. It's one of the best cards in the deck, but you don't even need it to win. 2 Supply Unit, because Supply Unit is really fun in this deck. You're destroying your cards a lot, whether it's by your opponent or because of your own cards. So just that constant draw power is just really nice. I already went over this card. 1 Symbol of Heritage. I'm only running it because a lot of the times there will be all 3 of the same monster in the grave. You don't even need it. I just haven't. I haven't even seen it in the deck. Haven't drawn into it. But I kind of like it in there for some reason. Okay, the traps are 1 Bottomless, triple Graydle Split. This card basically turns okay, first of all, it equips to a monster you have and lets them gain 500 attack. During your main phase, while it's equipped to them, you can send it to the graveyard, destroy the monster, and special summon 2 Graydle monsters with different names from your deck, and destroy them during the end phase. The cool part about this card is that it turns any 1 monster you have equipped to it into 2 Graydle monsters. It's an instant synchro. It's really good, kind of slow because of the trap, but still really good. And if you took control of one of your opponent's monsters with the previous ones, and you just want to get rid of it, this is a great card for it. And then 1 Graydle Parasite. This card's good, not the best. Pretty much what it does is when your opponent's monster declares a direct attack, special summon any Graydle monster from your deck in attack mode. You must control no monsters to activate and resolve the effect, so you have to have an empty board of monsters. So it's kind of like, okay, I have a trap card, so I'm able to get back. It's a good top deck. And then when a Graydle monster you control declares a direct attack, you can target 1 monster in their opponent's graveyard and special summon to your opponent's out of the field. And they must have no monsters to activate and resolve the effect. So pretty much, it's good if your opponent has a strong monster that you want, and that could potentially give you a game in their graveyard. And it's better because you can just snag one of their monsters, or not snag one of their bring out anything. You just basically top deck this, set it, and be good for the next turn. And then I have my extra deck. The most important cards in here are Dragon, and I probably Stardust. Everything else is kind of not needed. Dragon, you gotta run 3. It's just way too good. Basically, when it's synchro summoned, target the card. Okay, target cards your opponent controls up to the number of water monsters used for the synchro material. Tends to be 2. I haven't seen it go over 2. So yeah, just 2. And destroy them. So when he's summoned, pretty much you get a free 2-card destruction, just out of the blue, no matter what it is. And if he's destroyed by battle or card effect and sent to the graveyard, you can target another water monster in your graveyard and special summon it, but its effects are negated. So he's just a really good card. Plus he has 3,000 attack. Plus with one of these, he's at 3,300 attack, and with all 3 of them, 3,900 attack. It's just great. And then I'm running Delorean and Gungnir just because I like how they are in this deck. And I've summoned Delorean a couple times. He's been pretty fun, you know, just bouncing a lot of stuff back to get that attack boost. And what's really cool about him is, yeah, you run triple of this and triple of that. So you can just bounce it back, then reactivate it. So he just has tremendous attack. He's the highest attacker in the deck. But this entire deck is just really cool. It's really fun to play, and I haven't lost too many times with it. So I'll come back with the replay. So this is my replay against a zombie deck recently. So I'm just gonna in Graydle you tend to start off pretty slowly, and although that can be seen as a bad thing, it's actually a pretty good thing for the deck, because your opponent may end up underestimating you, maybe, because you don't have a great opening board. But as you can see, I'm just doing all this stuff, and I got a Stardust, and now I have that, and then I get that end phase search because of that, and I'll just go over what happened. So Graydle Slime's effect is that, okay, well, all the other Graydle monsters, all their effects are if they're destroyed by battle, then you get to take control of a monster that your opponent has and equip it to that card. And the Eagle's effect is if he's destroyed by battle or a monster effect, Cobra's effect by battle or a trap effect, and Alligator's effect by battle or a spell effect. Alligator and Impact pair really well in that way. And then Slime, he says if he's in your hand or graveyard, you can target 2 Graydle monster or Graydle cards you control. So that could be this, that could be anything. It just has to be a Graydle card on your field. Destroy them, and if you do, special summon this card from your graveyard. And if this card is summoned this way, special summon any Graydle monster from your graveyard in defense mode, I think. Yeah, in defense mode. And which is really cool because you could pop okay, he works well with him because you can have him on the board, and let's say just a random Graydle, let's say Cobra. Use his effect, pop him and him, to special him, Eagle's effect, and then it goes off. You could snag one of their monsters, then Cobra's effect goes off, or not Cobra's, Slime's effect goes off, special summon Cobra back to the field. Then now I couldn't go into Dragon right here because of Zombie World. I forgot that it turns them to zombie monsters, and Dragon requires aqua monsters. Anyways, it's an instant synchro. This deck makes level 8 synchros really easily. So, anyways, I'm just gonna keep going. So it's my turn again. He set one. I activate Night Beam, kill that. And so, just to show you how well this deck can actually play out, he's gonna get a pretty strong board here with a 4,000 attack. Then he has this synchro, and I was actually kind of scared until I realized that I have game, because I could just summon that, get out that, because Zombie World isn't there anymore. Now I control his monster, like I just showed you that combo from earlier. Then pop that, activate that, and pretty much now it's just game. And then here's the second one that I'll show you. I named it Flawless because I flawlessed. And it's actually really fun. I'm gonna swap, show you my perspective. And I have never seen this deck before, so I was kind of intimidated because I just hadn't seen it. It was symphonic pendulums, and I didn't know that those were a thing. And he's just going all. He has this guy, which is actually really scary to me. I'm going over his effect, and I actually misplayed a bit, but it's fine because I would have taken damage. But I clicked battle phase before anything else. Anyways, as you can see, he's just doing all of this stuff. It's just going crazy. Like, I seriously had not seen this before. And then he gets another... No. Okay, I thought he got another synchro right then. And then I do that. And then he's like, okay, I'll just get this out. And here's where I start getting intimidated again. Because I knew that I would just be able to steal his monster. But then he steals it back. And then I'm like, oh no. And then I realize, oh wait, I'm fine. He negates that. He's dumb. He negated the wrong card. If he negated, if he waited and negated my dragon, then I would have been in a kind of bad spot, but he negated that. So, anyways, then I get him out. Maybe... Oh, an error occurs. Oh no! There was so much more stuff. Why is there an error? I'm gonna try playing it again. I'm not gonna touch anything. If an error occurs again, then I'm gonna be kind of mad. And I guess I'll keep it as this perspective. Just not mess with anything. Sorry for the error. There wasn't an error in the duel or anything. So I'm not entirely sure what happened. Yeah, and I feel really proud about beating this deck because it's just going all out with this new Red Archfiend support and stuff. It's just crazy. As you let's see. It was this next turn where the error occurred. So let's see if it's gonna not error. Okay, yeah, it still says error occurs. Anyways, what I did after this, I can kind of remember it. Okay, so I used him I ditched 2 Graydle Eagles to special summon him. I would have used his effect, special summon an eagle. Then an eagle's effect also goes off, stealing this guy. Then so he's on the field, there's an eagle right there, and then I have these 2. I use them to synchro summon for a Graydle Dragon, and from there, his effect destroyed that and that. Then with my dragon and this guy, I just attacked over those, and then I ended my turn. And the next turn, he tried doing something, and I negated the effect with this guy. I think. No, I misplayed. He summoned a guy, and then he chained his effect to my guy's effect activating, which kind of was mean. So I lost this guy, but it doesn't matter because he just went neg to try and get over my field. I still didn't take damage. He special summoned that Jet Synchron, I think. He special summoned Jet Synchron as his only defense, and from there I just attacked over it because I salvaged and did something else. I forget at that point, but I'm sorry for the error. This one was actually really cool, and I'm kind of sad to see that it aired. Yeah, that's my Graydle deck. If you want to look at it further, then here it is. You can just pause the video. Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. If you have any suggestions for the deck or anything that I'm doing wrong with it, be sure to leave a comment down there. If you want to see a deck to make, then just tell me and I'll try making it. But until then, Lidlu out. Peace.